The January transfer window is open, and with that, we have made some new signings, including Josip Vucevic. I hope I've said that correctly. I almost certainly haven't. Serbian viewers help me out. The 19-year-old, an incredible creative player. I'm not going to be training him to play defensive midfielder. Don't you worry. Whilst in the league we have dropped a little bit, currently sitting 5th, today is still a very important match, at least the first one, taking on Chelsea. They are directly behind us. This is a game that if we want to finish top 4, we need to win. With the state of play and how things are looking, if we want to make the European spots, stealing points in this kind of home match is also going to be really, really important. You might have spotted it in the top right, it's the 27th of January. I've done more than just the one signing, and there has been some sales. We'll talk about those shortly. Yes, folks, how is it going? Welcome back to Part 2 Prem. Today's episode 93. It's a double header to end the month of January, including potentially some deadline day action. Our last game of the month coincides with transfer deadline day. So whilst we're away to Brentford, I might be sat on a laptop on the sideline trying to get some signings done. I say that at the moment, there's nothing happening transfer-wise. Now, of course, last episode was back at the end of November, an emphatic win against Liverpool, followed by a okay result, I actually think, against Man City, a 2-0 defeat there. Since then, a real mixed bag, which kicked off the month of December with a 7-0 win against Fulham. Gaspar got a hat-trick. He also got a load of assists in this game. He was absolutely mad, and to be fair, as you can tell by the team ratings, it was just a great little team performance. After that, it was an unlikely second versus third affair against Aston Villa, who beat us 6-4. Yeah, this was a weird game. I mean, 6-4. You don't get 6-4s very often. Aston Villa, very good team in this save game. When you look at the league table, you see us in 5th and think, wow, we're having a really good season. And then you look at Aston Villa, who are on even points with us, but in 4th, and you realise they were promoted from the Championship last year and are currently in the Champions League spots. Yeah, they really are making us sit in a shadow that they're casting at the moment. In the very next game, we took on Leicester, 3-0 win in that one, followed up by a 2-2 draw against Arsenal. Arsenal currently 3rd in the league, a very, very good team. This performance here was not too shabby. We found ourselves 2 goals behind, we fought back, and from there, we actually had the better of the play, I feel like, on the whole. Perhaps unfortunate we couldn't complete the comeback, but having seen Martinelli score 2 goals in the first 30 minutes, to rescue a point is still a really good result. After that, a 4-1 win against Norwich was a good result. They scored in the second minute. We fought back and scored a load. And after that, the goals continued as we beat Brentford 3-1. Gaspar, in this recent run of games, doing very, very well. I mean, developing on the pitch. You look at his form, just a sea of green. 13 goals to his name, 7 assists, averaging a goal contribution more than once per game at the moment. So 2 wins in a row, going strong at the top, and then we take on Blackburn. Blackburn, a good team. Let's be honest, Blackburn consistently in the top half, challenging on the outskirts of the European spots. And in this game, well, we made it 2-0 in the 74th minute. McKillop came on off the bench. At that point, I thought, job done. 2-0 up, away from home at Ewood Park. We're going to see things out. I mean, you can see the scoreline in the top left. You can see what happened. We conceded in the 87th minute. Not ideal. We then conceded in the 91st minute. This made it 2-2. And at the time I was thinking, well, it's a point away from home. We'll take it. And then another highlight played a minute later. And from 2-0 up in the 86th minute, we lost the game 3-2 against Blackburn. I feel sad just looking at it. And Grunu, that's definitely not how you say his name, he got all 3 goals for them. It was a 6-minute hat-trick for the left winger. He has 9 finishing. It was bad. I stopped playing FM for the night after that result. Since then, 2 league games and an FA Cup fixture. The first was a win against Leeds, Lemos with the goal. After that, 2-0 result against Swansea was a convincing performance. Big not getting a goal as well as Gaspar. And then we took on Southampton, who of course we sold Setford to. In this game, Greg got a 6.4. We were the better team and we came away with nothing. 2 minor bits of positive news, though. Ibrisem Begovic, I need a nickname for this man, he got his first ever assist in Guernsey colours in his first ever start for the club, so a big moment for the 19-year-old Bosnian. And the other good bit of news was that Setford in this game played his 20th game for Southampton, and having played 20 games, they had to pay us that £16 million, which means we have now in total received that £59 million that they promised us. And the more I look at it, the more I realise we've absolutely robbed them blind for £60 million. I mean, he's not even averaging a 7.0 rating. So with that run of games, looking at the league table, like you've already seen, we are in 5th. I think we always knew when we were in 2nd with all the teams behind us having games in hand, they were inevitably going to catch us up. But now that we're beyond the halfway point, now that we look like we should really be fighting for a top 6 finish, I think that has to be the aim for this year. We have a 5-point cushion over Newcastle. It's a 7-point cushion over Manchester United, who have been on a bit of a resurgence. But ultimately, you've got to be in it to win it. We are in it. We're scoring loads of goals, 55, the most in the league. Unfortunately, there are question marks defensively. We've conceded the 5th most. We really have brought back the Guernsey of old this year. Big Knot with 15 goals, Gaspar with 15, and Lemos, 12 goals to his name, looking really good and just continuing to develop. Whenever I look at Lemos, I notice a new attribute has gained a point. Today, passing's gone up to 16. Now, I mentioned some transfers earlier. Let's talk about them. We'll start off with the outs. Nothing too crazy going on here. Calvin White. Remember Calvin White? Wouldn't blame you if you don't remember him. We signed him for 40k when we were in League 2. Played a handful of games. He was going to leave on a free. He's gone to play for Burton in League 2 now. Elsewhere, Luis Siniza has left the club. 20 years old. A good player who really was just going to run down his contract, wasn't really developing, was happy to get £125,000 for him. We were about to lose him on a free. Thomas Galvez also left the club, joined us last year to be a backup left wing back, just wasn't getting regular enough football, played 1 game for us this season. He's now gone to play for Southend in League 1. Good news, we made £25,000 profit, at least in terms of fees. Let's not count his wages, then we've probably made a loss on him. And the only big sale of note really this window has been James Price. Now this man was unhappy about the lack of first team opportunities. I can't really blame him for that. Of course, he was signed to be a backup player halfway through last year. We brought him for £3.2 million. We've sold him for £9 million, which as far as I'm concerned is a great bit of business. It did leave a little bit of a gap in the team to fill. We have filled that. And that signing is the second most expensive signing in Guernsey history. It's Anthony Rich, who is from Guyana. I know countries. Don't test me on GeoGuessr. Now, it's a bit of a rich price to pay for him. See what I've done there? Rich Price. Okay, never mind. Look, James Price left us for £9 million to go to Crystal Palace. I wanted to get in a backup striker, someone who could be a bit of a creative option for us, and I think Rich is that man. Looking at him, very, very good in the air, really great mentals, not too bad defensively, but the thing I really like about Anthony here is his 16 passing combined with his 14 vision and some really, really good physicals. He is a big bloke. I mean, you can see here, every single attribute 14 or higher. He's 27, plenty of years ahead of him, had kind of established himself at championship level with a Swansea team that wasn't a particularly great side in the championship. Hopefully, as a plan B, a man we can throw on, he can do a job for us. Also, not that we'll ever use him here, he can play as a right wing back if, you know, things got really bad. Now, you might remember Price was also kind of the backup shadow striker option. That is one reason why I've ended up bringing in Vucevic. I had the option to sign one further under-21 player from abroad. I decided Josep here was the man to do that with. 19 years old, some insane potential. And the plan with him isn't to play him as a shadow striker or to train him as a roaming playmaker. My thinking here is that if we want to bring in Josep, he will come in and just play as a trequartista. We will give him a bit of a free role in this team to come on and make magic happen. The only thing he's really lacking massively is finishing, but at 19 years old, that could get better. In the meantime, I am training him with the trait to look for the pass rather than attempting to score to, well, hopefully avoid that finishing being a massive problem. But 19, loads of potential. We signed him, by the way, for 6.25 million. Bargain. The transfer window is still open. I've got £65 million transfer budget that I could spend and a load of wage budget. Of course, we could shuffle that around. But ultimately, with our club reputation, there's not a load of players queuing up who I think would actually get into our first team. I've talked about this before, and I'm sure I'll talk about it again, but the January transfer window, especially in more recent FMs, is a lot harder to find players. Unless they're transfer listed, unless they're running down their contract, clubs are a lot more hesitant to sell. And, I mean, you can see here, I have scouted a whole load of players. There's just no one out there that's getting me really excited. No one out there who I think, yeah, I should be throwing all the money at this person because they could get us Champions League football. I don't think there's an obvious upgrade to the team. If before this episode's over, we cut to me signing a player on deadline day, it was always planned. Anyway, first game today is 5th versus 6th. We're taking on Chelsea at home. I feel like we've played Chelsea a lot in commentaries. It's just the way the fixtures have lined up. But at this point, maybe they just are our rivals. Maybe Chelsea and Guernsey is the most unlikely rivalry in footballing history. Of course, Football Manager does have those dynamic rivalries. Who knows, in a few years' time, maybe there will be a bit of beef there. Maybe we'll come up with a fancy derby name. You know, Sky will have their marketing department come up with, I don't know, the Lions versus the Lions. Or something. I no idea. Is that a lion on Chelsea's badge? It looks like a lion, but it's breathing fire. I don't know. Answers on a postcard. Let's get to this game. So when it comes to team selection for today's game, this is the lineup we are going with. You might notice we are in January. We should have players at the African Cup of Nations, but we don't. And the reason for that is, thankfully for us, both South Africa with Machete and Warunga with Kenya failed to qualify. And you might be sat there thinking, Jack, what about Adu Gyamfi? You know, the Ghanaians. Well, yeah, Ghana also got knocked out the African Cup of Nations. They finished 4th in their group. I don't know either. Sorry to any Black Stars fans out there, but your loss is our gain. This is the team we're going with, and we are pretty much at full strength. There is one player missing. Jan Volshak he's injured. Only for a few weeks, but not exactly ideal for the 18-year-old who had, prior to that injury, been showing some really good development. Of course, we did take on Chelsea earlier on this season. On that occasion, it finished 2-2, so we definitely can go head-to-head with them and really battle them out. We're going to hope we can do that again here. They're in some very good form, however. They are directly behind us in their league, and when you look at their team, there's plenty of players there that I recognise. This is an important match for both sides. Okay, first highlight of the game, a minute and a half in. Don't exactly like to see Greg clutching onto the ball. Means he's had something to do early on. That said, maybe it can result in us creating something out from the back. Fullentin inside to Gutierrez, who has a right wing back, still been a little bit hit and miss. On the other side, Gyamfi's been absolutely mad at left wing back. You might have caught it. He's up to 7 assists now for the season. Last episode I was criticising him and then he got his first assist against Liverpool. Since then the left wing back has been on fire, so he returning to the team so much sooner after the African Cup of Nations is a massive, massive win for us. Hopefully he's going to be able to make something happen out on that far side. As for us with the ball right now, I mean, we're commanding possession, but it's about doing something with it. Lemos, wide to Adu Gyamfi. I bigged him up. Can he make something happen here? He's going to whip it into Big Knot, who hits it, scores it. Is this going to count? It could be another assist for the man who I've just bigged up. 3 minutes into this game. We wait with bated breath. We wait for VAR to review it. The goal is going to stand, and oh my word, what a start here. Lemos wide, and then this ball from deep is mad. Big Knot in the middle, tucking it away. First time finish. Could the keeper have done better? Should he have done better? Probably. I feel like Chelsea in this universe must just really, really hate us, because whenever we go up against them, we don't just roll on our back and die. We like to battle away, we like to win the ball in dangerous areas, and we love to take the game to them. We're doing it here. Adu Gyamfi scored. He's bloody scored. Machete, Gyamfi, neither of them at the AFCON. They're here, they're playing, and well, they are on fire. Chelsea just trying to play the ball out from the back. Machete wins it, and then he just carries the ball. We have so many players forward. Chelsea defenders don't know who to mark, and the left wing back just sneaks in behind, lashes it home. It's 2-0 in less than 7 minutes. Just as a reminder, in our most recent game, we lost to Southampton. Here we are beating Chelsea. Football makes no sense. Although, I say, Southampton are actually a good team. Oh my word, Gutierrez has won the ball. The right wing back inside, Big Knot. Gutierrez played inside. Gaspar tucks it away. Is he onside or is he offside? If it's 3-0 here after 20 minutes, it's like the Liverpool match yesterday all over again. There's something about the first match of episodes, I guess. Is it going to count? It is. It's 3-0 inside 20 minutes. I mean, what do you say? Chelsea have shot themselves in the foot. Gutierrez makes such a brave call there as the right wing-back to commit to win that ball. He wins it, little 1-2, squares it inside. Gaspar pokes it home from less than 10 yards out. Unbelievable. I'm going to have to go get more popcorn. I don't have any more, if you would. I don't have more popcorn. I wish I did. Free kick for Chelsea. As much as I want to get carried away and be really excited, there's still a lot of football left to be played here. And well, this is a cheeky set-piece routine, and Mothersill has got. It's 3-1. It's 3-1. What is this set-piece routine? This is just cheeky. We leave the man at the edge of the box unmarked, and then Mothersill just smashes it in from range. I feel like Greg only concedes screamers. And if you're wondering who Mothersill is, he is an English centre-mid who looks pretty good by all accounts. 13 long shots. Feel like the Football Manager researchers need to up that after that goal there. 10 minutes left off this first half. Besides the actual goals, there's not been a load of chances in this game, but we are dominating possession. 60+% of it is really, really great to see. Chelsea having lots of shots, but they seem like kind of speculative efforts, at least when you look at the XG total. Of course, the volume of shots they're having has to be a concern. You know, eventually the long shots will fly into the net if we don't try and stop them. But for now, I'm not going to overreact too much. We've been in control of this game. If they get another goal here, maybe then we start to worry. Trying to win the ball high up the pitch as Chelsea knock it around the back. Dilson Jose is going to spread it wide to Ait Nouri, who's going to cut inside. Nourauta, the danger man. We've talked about this man so many times. He's not dangerous enough, though. Greg makes the stop, and Greg gets it away from danger. Half-time in this game, 3-1 up. Scoreline maybe flatters us a little bit. We've taken all the chances that have come our way, but we've crafted out really, really good opportunities. Gonna tell the players I'm delighted. I could criticise them. I could tell them I'm not happy, but it would be a lie. And, yeah, I mean, we're 3-1 up against Chelsea. It's been a great performance. Gutierrez on a yellow card at right wing back is a little bit of a concern. I'm going to tell him to ease off tackles, but he's having a very good game, so I want to keep him on. He's already got that one assist, and well, we could be creating something more here. Gaspar inside, Big Knot hits it, and that is a sensational save by the keeper. Coming up to an hour played here, going to make a couple of subs. Lemos is going to come on. Vucevic, we're going to give a debut to, I think, in this game. Elsewhere, Jaume's not had the best of performances, but I feel like that is just par for the course as a roaming playmaker in this match engine. I'm going to bring in Scotty Williams, I think, at centre-back. We'll hold on to our last 3 subs for now. I feel like when it comes to the centre-mid roles, unless you get an assist, you're not getting a good rating. Machete, 1 assist, instantly gets above a 7. Jaime doesn't get an assist, just stuck at 6.8. Just football manager things. Anyway, we've got a chance here. Big Knot back to Fallentine. Lots of players committed to the attack here from this throw-in, and while we're dominating the ball, Jaime dinks it, and it's not an inspirational ball forward. Chelsea looking to immediately distribute the ball, immediately get something going and get an attack bubbling away. With 25 minutes left, the time for them to get a goal is vanishing, but they get one here. It blows this game wide open. 24 minutes left. It's Guernsey 3, Chelsea 2. It came from an initial half chance that we had. Singo at right wing back was having an awful game prior to that pass there. Cho finishes it on his left foot into the bottom corner. Squeaky bum time? Maybe. I am just going to tell the players to not look to pass it into space as much, just look to play the ball out from the back that little bit more. Hopefully we can hold on to the possession that little bit better. I am also going to inject some fresh legs here. Ryan Hunter on you come, and Anthony Rich, you know what, mate? Come on for your debut. Come on down. Show us what you're made of. I'm going to bring him on and play him as a complete forward. I think that is his best role. So 2 players being given debuts here. Can either of them make an impact? Vucevic, by the way, is absolutely dinky in the match engine. He's not a scary physical presence. He makes Jaime look like a giant, really, doesn't he, Vucevic? Either way, Chelsea have won the ball here. They've got so many men coming forward. It's Cho who hits it. We've just got away with that. 10 minutes left. Kai Havertz on off the bench for Chelsea on that far side. Well, the ball was intended for him. We're now coming up the other end. It's Rich with it. He has 16 passing. He lays it to Gaspar, who hits it on the volley. He was offside. It wouldn't have counted anyway. Just going to tell the players to start to time waste slightly. 5 minutes left of this game. Chelsea must absolutely hate us. We've given them another really rough game here. The question is, can we now hold on? Rich with the ball. Vucevic is one of the men surging forward. Giamfi gets caught in possession, but Rich has it again. I've signed him for 8.5 million. He's going all on his lonesome. Lays it to Machete. He turns, wriggles. Can't get the ball inside, and now Havertz looking to go long. Cho already has 1 goal. Tejera wins the header, but still lots to be done here. Jadon Sancho is going to switch the ball for Chelsea. 4 minutes left of this game. It's a wide open match. The ball's in the middle. Scotty Williams is going to head it away from danger, at least for now. Hull dinks it back in, though. Cho heads it. It's in the back of the net. VAR is going to check it. I'm now praying for an offside intervention. Can we have an offside, please? Football manager, I'm begging you. My hands are together. It's not happening. We were 3-0 up. And it's 3-3. And I suppose the obvious thing here to criticise is me not shutting up shop. But Chelsea are a way better team than us. That doesn't make it any easier to stomach. I can see the comment section now. Jack, you were 3-0 up against Chelsea at home. We did try and see out the game. 3-3 is still a good result. I mean, their players are just so much better than ours. We even had a few chances right at the end, which we didn't even see as highlights. I feel like we were unlucky. Why did I tell the players I was happy at half-time? I regret everything. I mean, let's look at the positives. We have moved up to 4th with a point there. We've avoided defeat. We've got another point on the board. Chelsea have also played a game more than us. So the fact that we're still a point ahead of them is still a fairly significant thing. And it's critical points in a not so simple game. Speaking of what should be a slightly more simple game, we've got Brentford up next, away from home. They're currently in 13th. If we look at the past meetings, since we've been in the Premier League next to one another, we've not yet lost. So cue us to lose this game next. Like I already said, this next match coincides with deadline day, so there might be a little bit more going on than just a match. I don't know. Future Jack, good luck, Godspeed. Take it away, mate. Okay, everyone, we are back. Game number 2 is deadline day. So we've got that lovely yellow and black motif all over the game, which I think does carry into matches on deadline day, which I don't know if it's intended, but it's a thing. I was looking to get some deadline deals done, and by some I mean maybe bring back Luke Walder, who of course we had on loan for a few years. He's currently on loan at Celtic, where he's been doing okay. I wanted to be reunited with him. He wanted £70,000 a week. I wasn't going to give him £70,000 a week. The reason for exploring that deal was the fact that Jorge Gutierrez has made a transfer request based on the fact that I didn't bring in a friend for him. You might remember when I signed him, I'd said I'd signed someone to help him settle. Why he needs that when there's already 2 other Uruguayan internationals in the team, I don't really understand, but it's a thing. I've told him he's not going anywhere. He's still got, 3 years left on his current deal? So, yeah, you shouldn't have signed a contract if you didn't want to stay for the long haul, mate. Hopefully he'll get over his issues, though. Anyway, for today's game, we are taking on Brentford, and we are heading to one of the newer, real-life Premier League stadiums, the Brentford Community Stadium. I have no idea if this is going to be on Street View or what we're going to be able to find here, so, shall we go and find out? Let's do this. So for today's away day, we are heading to West London-ish. Where is Brentford? Here is Brentford. Where is the stadium? Here it is, the G-Tech Community Stadium. And you might notice, railway line to the north, railway line to the east. The stadium looks like a funky shape. I already know. It is a bit of a funky shape. I mean, as far as football stadiums go, it's different. There is 1 dot in the ground and then 1 road. I guess we'll look at the road next to the stadium to start. Yeah, you see, this could be an issue. This footage is from 2018. The stadium was only opened recently. I think the stadium's meant to be over there. I'm not really sure. I suppose the clue here is the fact there's so many builders. These are all people working on the stadium. You could, yeah, the Brentford Community Stadium. Here it is, everyone. What an away day. Maybe if I go down this road, there'll be some more recent... It's just today's away day is a building site. It's not great. Okay, dear away day gods, this needs to be the best camera thing we've ever seen. Here is the Community Stadium in 2021. I mean, it's a bit tilted. If you tilt your head to the side, it'll look fine. I mean, here it is. Now, one notable thing about this stadium, they don't just have 1 colour seat. They really have just gone with a mix and match, which I kind of respect because, of course, Brentford do have like a bee on their badge, so it looks a bit like a hive or something. Yeah. I was really looking forward to this away day. I was really optimistic with the new stadium there'd be a load of footage. What I didn't expect to see was a building site. Limited footage, I will say, unique stadium. That is the one thing you got to give it credit to. Also, there is a car park here specifically for disabled fans, which I do respect, but I haven't seen any other car parks anywhere. I mean, when you look at it from above, it really is just a mental position to go, yeah, we're going to build a football stadium there, isn't it? Like, it looks like the pitch would barely fit in the gap. They've done a very good job. I'll level with you. Running out of things to talk about. Brentford away. 2.5 out of 10. I mean, even Salford at least had some footage of the stadium we could enjoy. Now, let's not beat around the bush. That last game against Chelsea was beyond tragic. There's part of me that thinks, let's not change anything. Let's give the players a chance to prove themselves. But it has only been a couple of days. I mean, the one man who's actually suffering the most with condition is Clement here, who has, without a doubt, been one of our best players as of late. Had a couple of games he missed due to AFCON, but you can see here, the man's been on fire. I mean, he's got 7 assists and a goal in his last 10 games as a left wing back. I think with that in mind, we're going to keep him in the team. I think, though, I am going to bring in McKillop for Machete. McKillop continuing to play for the England under-21s, continuing to develop a little bit, ignore the little red arrows. Every so often players just don't develop in Football Manager. He's training fine, he's been playing pretty good as you can see from his recent ratings. Let's see what he can do today. Just as a reminder, Brentford are in 16th. This is the kind of game we should go into and be very, very optimistic about. And like I already said, because it's deadline day, everything in the matches and stuff is still yellow and black. I feel uncomfortable. It makes this game feel way more important than it actually is. If you believe the pre-season odds, Brentford should be favourites for this game, but we've been putting up a mighty fine fight this season. Unfortunately, there's been games like the recent one against Southampton and, well, Chelsea and Blackburn, where we score goals, but it's not necessarily enough. So in this game here, I'd like to see a better defensive display, and, well, if Lemos wants to score a wonder goal or two, that would be appreciated. On that occasion, his efforts blocked. Already coming up to half an hour played in this game, we've been dominating possession, not really creating enough with it. But as the away team, having the ball is still a very good thing. Lemos is on a booking. Lemos. Don't do anything stupid, you nutter. Don't want to alarm you. 2 minutes left of the half. We're going to have a highlight. Thank you, Football Manager, for hearing me out and realising we need some entertainment. We need highlights. We can't just have one in the entirety of the first half. Unfortunately, it might be us needing to do some defending. Gutierrez, he's requested a transfer. I've told him he's not going anywhere. And, well, at least on the pitch, he looks like he's still hungry to play. Lemos, Addons with the ball. Dinks it to McKillop, chests it down. Can he finish it? He can. That's Clement's 8th assist. We're losing count here. And it's McKillop's 3rd goal in 10 games. He has been in some really good form. Justifies his selection. And, I mean, it's come from absolutely nothing, to be honest. This ball here, a weird little dinked ball on his weaker foot by Addons. McKillop, 2 little touches. May have even deflected off the defender. Not going to complain about it. We take a lead before half-time. I'm going to tell the players that I'm not happy. Last episode, I praised them when we were winning. Didn't end well. So this time, shout. Gotta be angry. Gotta be mean. Don't want to let complacency slip in here. Lemos is on a booking, which I do not love. So you know what? Josip, on you come. And you know what as well? I'm going to make another change. Gaspar's not had a good start to this game. We're going to bring in Rich and see what Rich can do. Again, I'm going to play him as a pressing forward, not as a pressing forward, as a complete forward. I think that is his best role. It really makes the most of his physicality, but also his ability to create. Didn't really get a fair chance, I feel like, in that last game, either of the new signings. So they've got 40 minutes here to have a bit more of an impact. Tejera, free kick. Short to Jaime. Let's knock the ball around and see if we can make something happen here. Warunga at left centre-back. Back inside to Tejera. Ball fed short to McKillop. And now Gordon with the ball for Brentford. Bringing it forward. Plays it wide to Skinner. Difficult angle. Hits it. And I'll tell you what. Greg, is there a hole in your gloves, mate? Because that's gone straight through him. I don't know if it's a Greg issue or it's just a goalkeeping issue in Football Manager. Goalkeepers just, seem to make world-class saves. Or just do stuff like that just makes you angry to look at. Greg, mate. Greg, I'm sad. Okay, can we respond immediately? It's going to be Vukovic over this free kick, or rather corner. He's very good with his balls into the box. And I'll tell you what, he's put that on a plate for Tejera to score. It's 2-1, and we were not back even for long. Josep's first ever assist at the club. Still yet, I think, to start a game. There, good ball in. Tejera headers it in off the post. If Brentford had a man on that far post, that doesn't go in. Having now taken the lead, going to get shouty, going to demand more. I think we will just make a few further changes. Jaime, off you come. Montero, on you come. Montero's development, by the way, has been really, really good. His physicals have actually improved a surprisingly large amount since he joined. I think his pace has gone up by 2, his acceleration gone up by 1. That was always the weakness in his game, and it is starting to vanish. Gutierrez is on a 6.5 rating as well at right wing back, so we'll take him off for Hunter. Double change made. Now we're going to try and see out this game, but unlike last time, not touching any instructions. We're not going to shorten the passing or stop passing into space. Instead, let's just play our game. Entering the last 5 minutes here. This has been a really, really even game. Not a whole load of chances either way. I suppose we've created better opportunities when you look at the XG. But that said, Brentford are hanging on in there. Good news for us, though. Nothing is happening. And on some occasions, that's mega frustrating. In a match like this, it's just what the doctor ordered. We are going to finish this game 2-1 up. Rich ended up on a 7.4 rating. Really, really great rating for him. McKillop justified his selection. And all in all, that'll do. I mean, not pretty, not emphatic, but fine. This is the kind of game that pre-season away from home, I probably would have gone in and said happy with a draw. Given where we are in the league, given the current state of play, to beat Brentford in 13th away from home is great. Really does our aspirations of European football a whole load of good. With 14 games left of the season, we're up to 4th, and elsewhere, Aston Villa lost 2-0. That is a very good result for us. But still, there is quite a lot of football to be played, and apparently Gaspar's new agent wants a new contract for him. Can you sack your agent, mate? Gaspar, you don't need a new deal right now. He's a good egg. Whilst there is still an hour left of deadline day, I can now safely say we're not going to be signing anyone else. We have our squad assembled, no late madness going on in or out, and I think that's probably for the best. If we can have more of what we've seen so far this year, I feel like European football of some kind is not guaranteed, but should be the aim. Dare I whisper Champions League football? Top 4? That would be nice. Still a long way to go, though. In terms of when we're going to be back next time, not entirely sure just yet. Of course, we're at the end of January. Looking at upcoming games, we have got Arsenal on the horizon in mid-March, which could end up being a rather big game. They're currently in 3rd place, but they do have a couple of games in hand on us, so they could be way clear of us by the time that we play them. Beyond that, Man City and Liverpool back-to-back still looms on the horizon, and of course, alongside all of that, there's everything else going on at the club, including a youth intake that could maybe be good. I mean, the last few have been decent. Our youth recruitment is now at 5 stars. I'm expecting good players all the time now. If you have enjoyed today's video, do make sure to drop a like on it. We will be back again tomorrow with more Park to Prem action to end the week. Until then, take it easy. It is me, Jack, and I'll see you all on the next one. I'm out.